We got a police news conference right now.
We had a call of an active shooter at the Westroads Mall.
They were shot in Von Maur this afternoon.
20 to 30 rounds fired
going out to buy holiday gifts, and some of them are not coming home tonight.
AK-47 assault rifle.
14 injured.
9 people confirmed dead.
Certainly not supposed to happen in Omaha, Nebraska.
I was scheduled to work a 12 to close shift. Probably about a week before it happened, I had called my mom. There was a funeral scheduled, so that morning I attended the funeral knowing I would go to work late at about 2 or 3 after the funeral. And my friend Samantha from the juniors department calls me, and I can just hear chaos on the phone and loud noises and people screaming. And she goes, "Taylor, Taylor, don't come into work." She goes, "There's a killer." And then the phone just dies.
911, what's your emergency?
There is someone with a gun shooting people in Von Maur at Westroads.
Okay, we're on our way out there. Have you seen anybody that was shot?
No.
Okay, we're on our way out there.
So that was probably 10 times harder than hearing about the initial shooting. I could probably say that was the hardest time in my life, thing I've had to experience so far. I had knew all 6 as long as I'd been there. I had known them all since I'd started working there. And we'd sit together at lunch, we'd go up to the department and just talk, small talk.
My shift on that day was 12:30 until close. We heard sounds that really were readily identifiable. And I saw a young man walking in the direction of customer service. And my first thought was, why is this young man not taking shelter? And then I realized that he was the shooter and carrying a gun. He almost immediately turned around and moved back toward the front of the customer service department, and then I was in a bind. I couldn't hide, and so I got up to move away from him, and it was at that time that he shot me.
911, what's your emergency? Hello, 911.
The gunfire took me immediately to the ground. I fell on my injured arm, which really was numbed by the gunfire. There wasn't much feeling. I was not able to remove my arm from underneath my body to use it in any fashion. I've learned, of course, that anything can happen anywhere. Whoever would have thought that this would have happened in an upscale department store in Omaha, Nebraska. We can be doing the drive-through at the fast food restaurant, and one's life can be snuffed out, and we don't always understand why.
I mean, we're put on this world for a reason, and this is not our home, but Jesus put us down here, and just live your life as an example of Him and be a light to everybody, because you never know when your time might be. Only Jesus does.